Hey T-Fam, I'm Kirby Bridges. I'm a coach here at EssentialTennis.com, where it's our mission to bring passionate instruction to passionate players just like you. In this series of coaching videos, we're working with our VIP student, Anne, who came to work with us from Chicago, Illinois. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down her backhand. Anne's backhand was tight, tense, and limiting her range of motion, making it hard for her to reach her potential. But through the video, you'll see step by step what our team does to improve it. Be sure to stay locked into this lesson because at the end, I'm going to show you where you can get your own backhand action plan so that you can follow our coaching and make improvements from home. For now, let's dive right into our team's evaluation of Anne's backhand.
I kind of like what we did with your forehand. I'm going to point out kind of a few key positions, or kind of mechanics, movements, and then we're going to look at those same things and compare with what you're doing. We're going to take a look at his initial turn, which is past 90 degrees, a little bit past 90 degrees. We're going to look at his body position at contact point. I want you to look at his chest and also his non-dominant arm, his left arm. But he's not quite back to parallel with the baseline, and that's the position that we're going to see. Now, the third thing we're going to look at, which is important, I think, one of the critical things for you, is I want you to watch his left arm as he goes through contact. I want you to look at the separation between his racket and his body before he continues his follow-through. I will play through a couple of yours. Similar to your forehand, your initial turn and setup is really solid. You consistently get past perpendicular to the baseline, which is great. The second and the third thing that I pointed out about Novak is where we're going to be making our improvements. At contact, you tend to be significantly less turned than him as the ball is meeting your racket. You remember where his chest was at? It was just short of being parallel to the baseline. And you're still pretty sideways here. Not really approaching parallel at all to the baseline. And then the second part was extension. Look at your left arm here. It's bent. We've got basically a 90-degree angle. And you're gonna see that on all your backhands from contact. It's not a problem necessarily that you've got to bend at contact, but as you hit, the path of the racket should be extending out and then coming around. And you're making.
Why does that matter if it happens after the contact?
Because it's an indication of the overall direction of swing, and the overall strength of your swing. What's not happening here is good forward momentum followed by a quick change of direction. Your racket is staying close to your body the entire way, and your total range of motion is much, much less than what it should be with your arms and your hands. So Novak is hitting as he's extending out and coming around. And you are hitting and very constricted with your range of motion. Your arms are staying bent the entire way. There is no extension out through contact. The more of a runway you give yourself, the more you can build energy and momentum and racket head speed to be able to hit a stronger and stronger shot. And also the more efficient you're able to move. The longer of a runway you have, the more you can build smooth energy. The shorter of a runway you have, the quicker and jerkier things become. And so right now you're short, and I wouldn't call it a tight swing. Also kind of like your forehand, you're not tight and rigid, but the overall path you have to work with is constrained. So again, what we're looking for is a little bit short of parallel at contact. A little bit past perpendicular on the take back, which you're already doing a good job of. And then rotate forward to just short of parallel to the baseline. All right, so just like your forehand, we're gonna start off by segmenting this. So love to see you start with your take back and just kind of visually check yourself, make sure you're a little bit past 90 degrees to the service line.
Yep.
And then we're going to just simply segment between that starting position and contact. And your focus is on leading with your hips and your core to the point of contact where we want to be just a little bit short of parallel to the service line.
Yep.
One more. So on the left here is the shadow swing that you just did. I love your statement. I feel like I always do this. So on the right is your actual hit. Look at your arms on the left. Now watch your arms.
Okay. I didn't even know I was
Completely different. This on the left is definitely exaggerated. We don't want both arms to be extended totally straight like that.
Okay.
But for the time being, I'd rather you err on that side until we get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more awareness of what we're doing with the shadow swings. All right, now let's go ahead and add the continue to segment it, but I'd like to see you add follow through now, please. So take back, contact, but still show me contact.
Just stop there.
Yeah. So three spots. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Now let's see you put the whole thing together. So, but at a slow, smooth speed from take back through contact and follow through at a continuous but slow speed. Good. All right, so Ann, we're going to go to a 2-in-1 rep scheme. So two shadow swings, and then Kirby will drop you one, and your only concern, it's not where the ball goes, not anything other than just simply recreating the same contact point. Let's make that kind of your primary focus, is just before your shadow swing, before your actual swing. I'd love to see you take a pit stop at contact, kind of take inventory of what it feels like, what it looks like, and then when Kirby drops you the ball, your only goal is to find that same place and space with your hands. Does that make sense? Yep. Let's just try to recreate that. Good, Ann. So your
I'm going back. I can feel it. What?
Your level of speed, the tempo of your actual hit is like 300% of your shadow swing.
Okay.
We talked about this with your forehand. You're seeing the ball there, and there's just this like
Tension.
Yeah. You're trying super hard, and as soon as you go fast, fast means habit. Like you're not gonna pick up a brand new movement pattern and immediately do it at full speed, because there needs to be awareness of what you're actually doing. And so this is basically a little bit better with your shoulders, but still very restricted with your arms.
Okay.
Better? I'd like to see even a little bit more. Yep, controlled with your speed. Good. I like that tempo a lot, Ann. Nice job.
Yeah, it feels better. Feels much better.
Yeah, it's starting to look really comfortable. Nice job. Now, at this point, I'd love to see you go through the same attempt as what you did on your forehand side of creating a little more separation between your body and your arms. I'd love to see your chest and your hips start to lead just a little bit sooner, not a lot. As I showed you before, you're already closer to what we were looking for from the get-go. So I just love to see a little bit more initiation with it doesn't mean faster or harder or stronger, but just sooner. And this is going to be aided, relaxing your arms will aid you in that attempt tremendously. If your arms are tight, that means they lock in with the body and everything just kind of moves as one big piece. So these need to be loose to allow that separation to happen so that your chest can lead the way just a little bit more than what you're doing now. Keep doing everything else you're doing. Same speed, same contact point, but would love to see just a little earlier initiation with your chest. Good. Yep. Nice job, Ann. Slow it down. Here's your second to last swing. So just watch your shoulders as you go forwards towards the ball. So there's much more full turn here towards the point of contact. And now you're actually extending out with that left arm. That was a great looking swing. You were, just by the very fact that you were creating more space between you and contact, you were hitting better shots yesterday, for sure, off your backhand side. But you were still a little short of where I'd like to see you be with the rotation of your body. And so for the next couple repetitions, I'd love for you to do what we did on your forehand side, where I want you to feel a pull, and now it's going to be mainly off your dominant shoulder. I want you to kind of twist against that tension a little bit to feel that separation, and then I'm going to slowly release it so that you can come forwards to contact. And at contact, we're looking for you to be just short of parallel to the service line. So give a pull with your core, yep, and I'm just going to slowly let you go out to contact. Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, I like that. So now the last two repetitions, you've started to open your body a little more before the racket has started to come along with it. And that's really the crux of kind of what we're getting at, is I've been using the word separation, separating the effort of your core with the effort of your arms. So your arms can be more loose and relaxed. Yep, good, yeah. I'd like to see you just take your right hand off the racket, leave your left hand where it is on the handle. Yep. And now I'd like to see you practice going from a bent position here to, as you rotate forwards, an extended position here.
Okay.
So bend to extension.
Okay.
Just with your left hand. Let me adjust you here a little bit. And so sideways to start. Yep. Yes. Now let me see you rotate your body a little more as you do that. A couple of shadow swings, please. 2 shadow swings, then I'm going to drop for you. Just focus on your left arm, going from bent here to extended. Mm-hmm. Left arm, left arm, left arm focus. Just think about extending your left arm.
Okay.
There you go. Job. Better? So the magic's going to happen when you begin with a bit of a bend and then you extend through. The ones you just did were better, but as soon as I tossed the ball, you went to extended and just kept it extended all the way through. Yeah. And I would prefer that to staying bent the whole way through. But it'd be great to have some active extending out through the point of contact, or out to contact. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I would rather that, like maybe for a little while, so you can kind of find that better contact point, and you're not so tight and close. So that would be, I think, a perfectly fine starting position. But eventually, it'd be good to go from bend to straight. Okay, let's see 2 shadow swings, and then Kirby will feed you an easy ball. Better end. So I like this a lot more. Tough to tell with the black sleeves, but you can see by the spacing between yourself and the ball. Mm-hmm. This is much more room for you to maneuver. Mm-hmm. It's kind of what you were describing on your forehand. Yeah, it's kind of more space to use your body. Yeah. Is a big benefit to getting this contact point a little bit further away due to extending. So. If we can accomplish that, then that'd be a big step in the right direction. Not the same amount of extension out towards contact. Nice job. You've pushed your sleeves. That actually helps be able to track it a little bit. So, better. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go on back to no man's land, please. Same thing, 2 shadow swings and then a hit. Focus on extension and spacing. Good spacing. Come on back to the baseline for me. Same sequence. I want to show you, this was two shots ago. So that's, I think, is a solid position. There's plenty of space between you and the ball. I think you were plenty far out in front as well as you made contact. Mm-hmm. It's just a strong looking swing. I think the most critical thing, like, we're trying to kind of kill a couple birds with one stone with the whole extension thing. Yeah. But I think the most critical single thing is just simply your contact point. and therefore you're just your spacing between you and the ball. If there's a little bit of a bend, in your arm as you hit and go around, it's not super critical, as long as you're not restricting yourself with the ball being too close, which was the pattern that you came in with. So I think just the lateral spacing, if we're going to pick a single thing, is most important. By extending more out towards the ball, in effect it would have accomplished that. And I still think it's a good goal for you to work on extending out more with your left side. But I think as long as we can just have a good amount of space between you and the ball, I think your understanding is enough now with how we're trying to move your body that you'll start to figure out more and more how to move to get an efficient swing with your body. And the other thing to keep in mind, like we're kind of operating within a bubble right now. Like we've pretty much forgotten about where the ball is going, just for the sake of improving how you move your body. But then, of course, the whole point is to then learn how to use that new movement pattern to direct the ball where you want it to go. And that's kind of another step or progression down the path of hitting better tennis balls, is first learning how to move your body better, and then saying, okay, so now where does the ball go? And you have to kind of recalibrate the shot, essentially, as far as its outcome. And so what I'm trying to say is, even though your forehand made a big improvement visually from before and after, we still have to do a little bit of work there with actually learning how to use it to make it go where you want it to go. Maybe that'll come quickly. I don't know. Like it probably, by the end of forehands this morning, it probably felt real good and real natural. The next step would be, okay, now let's hit it over there on purpose and over there on purpose, and while doing the technique correctly.
Anne's overall understanding and ability to execute a quality backhand has already dramatically improved, but it's important to remember that this is only the beginning for her development. To help her cement these changes into new habits, we sent her home with a detailed action plan to follow so she can continue advancing. Now I'd like to invite you to take advantage of that same opportunity by downloading our special backhand action plan. Even though our coaches won't be standing right there next to you like we were with Anne, we can give you the next best thing, a powerful, effective, proven process to follow at home. Get instant access to our Backhand Action Plan PDF by clicking the link in the description down below, or by going to backhandactionplan.com. Simply let us know where to send it and you'll know exactly what to do the very next time you practice, so you can get results just like Anne. Finally, do me a favor, and after you get your action plan, come back to this video and leave a comment to let me know how your results are coming along. If this video was helpful, please make sure you give it a like, and make sure that you don't miss any of our upcoming lessons by subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you in the next lesson.